Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Payne. Welcome to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. Today we're going to take a look at an introduction to Rumble Arcade. This is actually a game that Miles, head of our research division in Blu Ocean Games Guild, had found and introduced me to. And recently I've had an opportunity to talk to a couple members of their team, and I really like what they're doing here. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So you can see here, Rumble Arcade, collect, strategize, and rumble. Jump in the arena of Rumble Arcade, a unique PvP squad battler for mobile and PC. Build your team of rumblers and compete against other players in action-packed battles. What I really like about this is it's like a hyper-casual competitive game. And what I mean by that is you can just pick it up and play. Very simple, very easy, very little friction. And in fact, anyone can go play right now. I highly recommend you do. But there's a lot of higher level nuances and strategy if you want to be a competitive player. And you want to get a little bit more serious about the leaderboards and rankings and all this other stuff. But at the same time, if you just want a quick game and jump in there and have some fun with your team, that's very easy to accomplish too. Now, like I said, I mentioned this, I already talked to a couple members of their team. I really like what they're doing there. I feel like these guys really understand this industry well, and they just have a lot of insight and knowledge when it comes to producing a game like this that's also going to do well. Now, I'm going to show you guys the introduction video a little bit here so we can go through that. That's really kind of what tipped me over the fence and actually got me to jump in. Now, they do talk about how the close-up of playtest has ended, but I'll show you guys here something soon because you can just jump in. Anyone can go play right now. News and updates, there was a playtest raffle results for standard VIP bonuses. Really cool that they're giving stuff back to the community and doing things like that. But here's a good example of it. Unleash your inner tactician. Be in charge of a team of epic rumblers and battle it out with other players for the top rewards. Build, adapt, fight, win. So you've got this Ox guy you can see on the right hand side with the shield. We'll show you what he's like in battle when we take a look at the video. You can see kind of the 5-man team composition there. I like the art style, or the icons, I guess, of the characters, because that's really what you're playing as during the battle. Talks about lively combat. Get ready for dynamic combat. Outsmart your enemies with bold action like pushing, pulling, and body blocking. Set up the perfect formation and watch the battle play out like a well-rehearsed set piece. Get creative on the battlefield and dominate your opponents. How this plays out and the way that it feels is very satisfying. There's a lot of stuff going on, effects, just the way that the combat even happens. Like, I enjoyed the whole experience. There's also these things called Flamies, and you can go over to OpenSea and check them out. This is related to Blu Games. They're the company that actually made Rumble Arcade, and there's some cool perks that you could get with those as well. Definitely head over to the Discord and ask them more about this. There might be some other things and other utility that this has. They do have a newsletter. Definitely sign up to that if you want to stay up to date with all the great information going on with Rumble Arcade. And what I like is they're on a lot of different platforms right now too. But definitely check them out on their Twitter. And here's what I was talking about, how anyone can play. Right now there's a guest mode and tournament mode. So you can just pick up the game, jump in, try it, see what you like, go further down the rabbit hole if you want. Now, one thing that I will admit, unlike a lot of other games, there isn't this huge rabbit hole to go down. And here's Blu Games. You know, you can definitely check them out on Twitter too. Like I said, this is the company that's behind Rumble Arcade. But I digress, just kind of talking a little bit about that. A big issue in a lot of these games is how much research you have to do to really get started. Just go play this, see if you like it first. So let's take a look at the introduction trailer, because this is really what tipped me over the fence and got me to actually jump into the game. So you can see it, you've got your team on the bottom side. Let's talk about the unique PvP squad battler, different skills, different abilities, things that are going on. It seems simple, but it's simple yet fun. There's also these abilities and things that you can level up in the middle of combat. It's more the experience is what I found, because when I first heard about this, I was like, oh, it's just like this auto battler combat thing. You know, we've seen a few of those. No, it felt like there was definitely a lot more to it. The nuances, the feel of the gameplay, and just knowing a lot about games, if you can target a hyper-casual type player, there's so many of those. I think it's something more than 80% of the world of gamers are really hyper-casual gamers. So we know that these guys have an opportunity to tap into a large player base, but there's also an opportunity for competitive players, people who want to take it to that next level, who want to be on the leaderboard, who want that higher competitive play. So being able to bridge that gap and have kind of something for everyone, I feel like these guys are doing really well at. And like I said, very little to no friction. There isn't all these hoops you got to jump through to understand all these nuances and read this giant white paper and ask a million questions in Discord. Just go in, play the game, see what you guys think. You'll probably be surprised. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And of course, if you want more Rumble Arcade content, let me know down in the comments below. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. It makes a big difference. We really appreciate it. Smash that like button so we can show this content to other people who are interested in games like this. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.